Alright, so night 1 of Modern Warfare's launch isn't over, but it's over for me, and that's because the game will not stop crashing. And I hate to say this, but as much as I love this game and I am enjoying it and I want to learn it, it's crashing constantly. And this video is just saying this is the worst launch I have ever taken part in. This isn't an occasional crash. This isn't the game sometimes poops itself. This isn't a frame rate drop issue. This isn't netcode. This is the game shutting off my console, resetting my HDMI splitter I used to go to my Elgato, and causing me to have to full reboot everything just about every 20 minutes max. And there's no rhyme or reason to it. All of my friends have the same issue, and don't let anyone tell you that it's just happening on Xbox One X, because it's also happening to default Xboxes. Now, if it's not happening to you on PC or PS4, I'm happy for you. But as someone that plays on an Xbox One X, I want to know how the hell this happens. There were less crashes in the beta than there were tonight. How did this get past them? How did they not take the finished build that they had of this game and run it on a consumer Xbox One X and see if it would happen? It's happening with a deathly consistency. This is not new technology. This is not a new console, and it's not a widespread cross-platform issue. That means it's nothing to do with their engine, and it's nothing to do with the fact that the Xbox One X is weird. It's everything to do with the fact that they just didn't test it. There's no way. There is no way that it was fine, and then when we installed it and played it on our consoles, it suddenly broke. I don't believe that. Now, development is a tricky process, and one that I'm not going to pretend to know a whole lot about. But I'm just saying, this isn't like an occasional crash that maybe you can't even account for. This is ruining the game. I can't play it. I know, it's one night, boom, calm down. I've been trying to get gameplay. I've been trying to do well. I can't focus on the game because every time I start to play and do well, I load into a map I've never seen before and I was excited and then it just crashed. I was in the gunsmith and it crashed. I was loading in after it crashed and it crashed again. And then while I'm rejoining, my other friend's rejoining, and my other friend who doesn't have an Xbox One X, default Xbox, also crashing, and we all have different setups. Different screens, different controllers, different hard drives. We have nothing in common. We have nothing in common other than the fact that we're playing on Xbox. None of us have a 100% in common thing between all of us. The game is not just sending me to my dashboard, it's shutting off my console. Okay? How do they not catch that? I also want to point out that on the maps that were in the beta, the spawns seem to be exactly the same. When it comes to spawns, there's a fine line between too sticky and too flippy. We are definitely in too sticky territory here in Modern Warfare, and on the larger maps it doesn't seem to be that big of an issue, but on the smaller maps, for me at least, it's been a terrible issue. Now also, there's for some reason a fun little feature in the game where you can vote for the previous map, or the previous map will just play. So you play Team Deathmatch on a map, finish the game out, and then you have to do it all over again if you want to stay in that lobby. So there are maps I haven't even gotten to play on tonight more than once or at all. I just feel like there's no reason for the game to launch in this state. Now, if there's some technical problem they were aware of, they should have let us know. But this just screams, release it and fix it later. There are so many brain dead things going on at launch here, like you still can't see your deaths in Team Deathmatch when you look at the scoreboard. You have to just guess. Is that some sort of psychological thing? You can't see how many times you die, so you don't feel like you're doing that bad? I feel like that's a mistake. My one friend downloaded the game, got it all preloaded, updated it, and then went to play it, and it just gave him black screen for like an hour. And then he tried to restart it, restart his console, restart his router. He said he did everything that he knows to do, and nothing. So he has to reinstall the entire game on launch night, so he didn't get to play it before he went to do his midnight shift at work. I love this game. I love the graphics. I love the sound design. I love the feel of it. I love the time to kill. I like that the maps are messy. I like that people can camp and they can rush. I like that the maps are gonna take a while to learn. I like the game modes. I like the camo challenges that I'm trying to go for. I'm trying to learn how to use the Kilo 141. I'm trying to learn the maps. And I know this gameplay isn't great yet because I'm learning the game and I'm excited to learn the game. But this is an unacceptable way to launch the game, Infinity Ward. On top of that, they knew something was wrong when they didn't release Ground War at launch. At the time of recording this, we're supposed to get Ground War tomorrow. I guess technically the game does come out on the 25th, not the 24th. But on midnight release, why isn't every game mode there? Learning a new Call of Duty is a fun yet frustrating experience, and an experience that a lot of people don't want to take part in. They want to call the game bad, they want to rage quit out before the night's over because they can't figure out the maps, or they're too big, they're too small, whatever, I'm dying too fast, I'm done. They don't want to learn the game, fine. Fuck them, I don't care. I'm trying to learn the game. So personally for me, this is just not an analytical thing. This is just personally for me, I'm trying to learn the game. I'm coming at this with open arms, okay? I'm coming at this with cautious optimism, a spring in my step, a smile on my face, and this is how it launches? And we were told like weeks ago that we were going to get information about the netcode in Modern Warfare, and we're not supposed to get any until tomorrow or Monday or something? Like, how does that work? Like, what is going on there in Infinity Ward? I really hope it doesn't take what happened in Infinite Warfare, where people get so fed up with the state of the game, but developers have to regroup and then make a pledge to keep people informed and keep the game updated. You should just start from there. I was okay when the servers were down. When I tried to load up the game, I kind of expected that. I'm okay with a couple bugs here and there, and little quality of life things aren't that bad, I guess. But this is not quality of life things. These are not little things. This is the game running and then turning off my console. And I guarantee you Activision and Infinity Ward aren't going to pay for my Xbox if it crashes and bricks it. Because it cannot be good for my console to lock up the game, and then even after I close the game, my console sits there for a second, acts like everything's normal, and then just shuts off, and my console just goes, boom, just turns off. That can't be good for it. They're not going to pay for a new one if it breaks. This can't be launching this way. If it's due to overheating, then what the hell did you do? Like, did you crank the resolution all the way up to like full 4K, and you're trying to run it at 60 frames? Are you overclocking my console? What are you doing? The Xbox One X is not a new piece of technology. The Xbox One is not a new piece of technology, and it's just crashing left and right. There was no stream on launch night for me because of this, because I didn't want the stream to just be me getting mad every time I'm about to get a kill and the game just locks up, or I'm doing bad, I'm having a bad time because I'm, figuring out the game, and people are better than me somehow. And that's something I want to mention here at the very, very end. I don't know how this happened, but this is not a launch night Call of Duty. In my experience with launch night Call of Duty, this does not feel like it. I'm playing against people that are pre-firing angles, they're holding down my spawn. I'm like, the game came out, this was when like the game had come out an hour and a half before and the servers weren't even up yet. And my first matches are against the sweatiest people that seemed like they were like invited to an event beforehand, or it was pairing me with people in like New Zealand that had already been playing the game all day, which would account for some of the shoddy hit detection, but that's neither here nor there. Bad launches are kind of just a part of the gaming industry, and bugs at launch I'm okay with. I can really stomach a whole lot. But this night for me was ruined, and I don't think it's because of randomness. I think it's because of incompetence or negligence. I really hope that it doesn't take until December for this game to be up in working order. I hope it doesn't take 2 weeks to be up in working order. I really hope that they have this fixed at the very, very most. The most time it should take them is by Monday. If by the end of this launch weekend, this game is acting like a beta, I had to keep reminding myself that the game was out, because I'm feeling like I'm playing an alpha here. Like, constant crashes. It's like the Black Ops 3 beta all over again. Like, it's worse than the Modern Warfare beta itself. I'm done ranting. This is the worst COD launch I've seen in a long time, Infinity Ward. I'm rooting for you. I love your game design. I love your design philosophies. I myself love games that are a little bit slower paced. I love what you're doing just in general. I love all the tactical cool attachments. I love the night mode. I love everything you're doing. Why did you launch it like this? And why did you bone Xbox players specifically? How did you not grab 10 consumer Xboxes and Xbox One X's and run the game and see if there's a problem within the last week before launch? Why did you not do that? Were you just like, oh, game's gone gold, everyone out for coffee? Like, this is perplexing. This is one of the worst experiences I've had with a game launching in a long time. Thank you so much for coming to my TED Talk. I'll see you when I fucking see you.